Good afternoon. Are you okay, or how are you? I noticed that I haven't really heard such words today, so how are you this afternoon? How many of you in the audience have said or maybe have heard these kinds of greetings today? If so, please raise your hand. As I expected. In terms of greetings, has anyone ever tried to shake hands with the other person when greeting, but you see the other person trying to hug you back? Because I have, like a lot. But haven't we all? This raises the question, why in different parts of the world they have this special way of greeting, or doing something in general that signifies it's them and themselves only? I like questions like this also. Why is X considered rude in some places? Well, it doesn't matter what X is. The answer that we often have and that we also often get is, we don't know, but that's our culture. As you can see where my speech is going, you may think of those inspirational speeches where they give you advice like, do this to leave your bad habit behind, or how to wake up every day at 4 a.m. so that you'll become successful like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. But those things don't last long in ourselves, do they? But today, I am here to briefly inform you about the formation of custom laws of nature through the language of habit. It may have been completely different for you, as this habit is different in various cultures all around the world. Habit, habitat, and habituated. I want you all to think of a synonym of the word habit. Take a moment. It can be custom, routine, norm, or tradition, etc. It can be anything. Habit that we're all talking about right now can range from heaven to hell. You may or may not have seen a group of people having fun together while being absolutely drenched in different shades of colors. This is known as Holi, a Hindu festival celebrated to signify the good over evil and also welcome the arrival of spring. Just like this, the Tsendmaa tribe of the Brazilian Amazon has a tradition of making young boys wear gloves full of bullet-ons to test their endurance and strength when becoming full-grown men. It's even more horrifying to know that the bullet-on stings are one of the most painful things in the whole world. Again, while burying or burning the corpses of our dead is now a trending pattern of our modern civilization, there are still a group of people who eat their ancestors' corpses to let them rest in peace. And this group of people are called the Agoris, devotees who follow the values of the tradition that originated first in the medieval India. They believe in the eternal cycle of reincarnation, which causes them to perform this endocannibalism to complete their full cycle of reincarnation. And just like this habit, tradition, and customs can take different shapes all around the world, around ourselves. Darius the Great, an ancient Persian leader, had once asked the Greeks, "At what price would you ever welcome this tradition of eating the corpses?" In which they replied, "We would never ever eat a corpse, even if the greatest price was offered." Which is unreasonable. It's reasonable, actually. Darius asked the same question from the Agoris again. Will you ever follow the Greeks and burn your corpses? And the Agoris were even terrified hearing about it. Human habit can often be seen breaking the pattern of the natural law. Although our preferences, appearances, and morals can take different forms in different people, it may root from one similar tree. That similar tree has the cosmos of the complexity and is the holder of that infinite knowledge and gives the world its image, a human mind. There's an old saying that goes, isn't it shameful for an explorer to seek truth from their soul, which is tainted by these traditional values? Socrates once tried to refuse to get his life saved just because he didn't want to submissively follow the words of the government. Maybe that's why it is more than just hard to create a truth that everyone else will likely follow. Because change can always promise pure benefits. If it was to be changed, the person changing it must be confident in the way that it's changing. Or else you'll end up like Alexander the Great with a bad repetition. He added days to a month so that he could win the battle accordingly. So next time you think about habits, or whenever you come across one, just remember that why is much of a trickier question here. I'm not saying that you can think about what all those great speakers have advised you earlier, but you can always go back. Think about how those stereotypes are formed. Focus more on what, and hopefully reach your own conclusion there. Thank you.